Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Do you like football, but you got some other ideas that you'd like to put out there on the internet? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record this thing? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I even find advertisers? How do I end up doing what I'm doing right now? The answers to every one of these questions is really simple. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Trust me, we did it. We actually started on a different service, Libsyn, and then we moved over to Anchor because we were tired of paying money for nothing. It's not worth it. Come do this thing for free and use your phone to record your stinking podcast. Yeah, we use real mics, but you can just call up your friends and record what you want to talk about and put it on the internet. And that's what we're all doing, right? So if you're ready to start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start.
This is Laces or Faces, an NFL podcast from two dudes who follow Adam Schefter on Twitter.
I'm Woody.
I'm Dibs.
And this is the week that Adam Schefter tweeted us.
Oh my God.
But before we get to that,
we got a few things wrong, so we're going to correct them real quick. We said, I think about how many players got arrested?
1,000. I said 1,000.
But it was 260 players since January 1,
Felt like
2K.
Felt like 1,000.
Mike Vick actually fought dogs, not cats.
And I said because they weren't declawed, that made it inhumane. That's actually the wrong way.
Actually having them declawed is pretty humane. So next we had Edelman getting arrested for assault.
Not true.
Not true. It was alleged. He's got away. He's on the streets. Von Miller's glasses are real. His prescription's he said somewhere between 100 and 150.
That sounds bad.
It's not that bad. I actually know mine's 125, so I don't know why he didn't know, but they're real.
There you go.
Fitz is not a career backup. Well, we all know he started with the Jets, making millions. McCown did not back up in Tampa Bay. He was actually a starter. Mike Martz is not Southern. He's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
And that's what we got wrong last week. So the absolute ultimate thing finally happened this week. I say finally. We literally started this thing 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Chirp, chirp. We got a tweet.
From the Adam Schefter.
The Adam Schefter. This podcast has peaked, so unfortunately this will be our last episode. We appreciate you guys listening, though.
Thanks for the 12 listeners.
But seriously, Woody, so I guess we'll start with what Adam Schefter tweeted. He tweeted about the perfect hit, as we all know.
Yeah, he just tweeted the news that he was getting the suspension. I was asleep. I got the notification, so immediately I went to the internets to see what was this about, and no one had a really good video of it. So
yeah, I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, and so we tried out Game Pass this week, so I had it there, and I was like, well, I'm going to go find this and get a video of it. So I grabbed the video, and I tweeted back at him in that thread, and I was like, hey, if anyone hasn't seen it, here's what it looks like. My phone started blowing up. And then he tweeted it after the tweet, and
it's been nonstop. I mean, even today, I've been getting 20 notifications.
It's crazy. No one's really listening because of it, but
people wanted to see the hit, and I guess
cool.
I mean, hey, I kind of realized that Game Pass is going to give us that ability. I didn't realize that.
Exactly, totally worth it.
That's what what a lot of the guys I follow do is they take videos of freaking Game Pass. But anyways, so, yeah, you guys probably saw it. Perfect hit. I don't even know who it was. It was a tight end coming across the middle.
Yeah, it wasn't Kelsey. Everyone was thinking that it was Kelsey, but it wasn't.
So he hit him coming across the middle, and people think it was either a legal hit or a late hit.
And it's all up in arms about, was it a defenseless receiver? But that's actually not the reason he got the suspension.
No, he's getting the suspension because it's a head-neck hit, here, near the head-neck area. So I guess claiming he could injure somebody.
And because he's a repeat offender.
No, he's a pretty good guy.
No, yeah. I mean, why don't they just do like they do with sorry, this is weird, the sex offenders, they're on a list. So if they buy in your neighborhood, they have to
leash.
They have to come to tell you. So he has to go to each team and just shake their hand down the line and be like, hi, I've been a multiple hit offender. I don't know.
No, I agree. I put him on a short leash. It's not, obviously, he tried to take off Antonio Brown's head a couple years ago.
I don't even want to get into that.
So I don't know. I'll listen to your opinion. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, it was a head neck hit. But I don't think it was. You talk to any football player, coming across the middle, you're looking for.
That's football.
That's what the safety is there to do, to put you on your.
I know. But they're just trying to make everybody, safe and
no concussions. Got the blue hats this year,
because they don't want their money cash cow to run out.
If the ratings
kids are too afraid to play football anymore.
If kids stop playing football and start playing soccer, and the ratings go down,
what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Goodell would be living in the streets.
I know one thing that keeps me coming back to football in the off season is Hard Knocks.
Yes, only a few left.
With only a few left, what they're trying to do.
Oh, they're milking us up. We're gonna fall
milking us up. Hell yeah.
We're gonna fall in love with a certain rookie or a certain free agent. I thought I had a lead on it last week. It was a DB, a cornerback. His number 30, Fleming was his last name, but.
That was just an episode, held up.
Right, that was an episode story, and they made us want to root for him. They got shots of him coming in early, doing the ladder thing, and then in the preseason game, he got hurt. Right, I can't remember what he hurt, but he played through it, made a nice stop for to let them win the game. But then they sent him to the IR.
Yeah, and then they let a door hit him on the ass.
Yeah,
but he gets a settlement out of it, and he's there. He's still there. In their mind. Yeah,
he's there, I guess so. And he's obviously not the one they're going to cut. I don't know. Do you have any other leads? Who do you think?
I'm a little afraid because I'm really rooting for this guy, but I think Joe Dirt.
I know, man. They have really focused on him, and I don't know. He's it seems like a good player, and he has a lot of energy. He seems like a good leader.
Loves cussing, and he's super feisty.
Yeah, so it seems to get people fired up. So
I'm just if they cut him, let the Steelers come pick him up.
And to me, that's a guy even if he's not the greatest player, that's a guy you want on your team.
Yeah, chip on the shoulder guy.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. Tell us what y'all think. Tweet at us. I just remember I started watching Hard Knocks with the Texans. I remember the sock guy. I think he was a DB as well. He ended up getting cut. Crazy socks. And then last year we had the Rams receiver Austin something.
Yeah,
he had a cute little daughter.
That cute daughter. Yeah,
We knew he was
setting us up, man.
Yeah, I did want to mention. I really appreciate all the hard work the Hard Knocks crew did on the intro this year. So creative. Just, a journey through time, really, time and space.
And through Jameis's eyeballs.
And Deshaun Jackson's earring. It's one of my favorite ones. So shout out you guys. I know you guys busted that out in an hour. So good job.
But HBO worked really hard on that, especially all those water effects and when he's hitting the ball and when the ball's going through the nets.
Hey, no, it's good. I couldn't do it. So.
Oh, heck no. Props to them.
What else do we have on Hard Knocks this week?
Oh, God, the greatest rap rhyme of all time. Why don't we just go ahead and play?
Let's hear it.
Let's play some of it.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
Okay, do you hear how many white guys are in there? Because I can hear it. All right, let's keep going.
Bucks, Q's, and C's coming out that door.
The Bucks, Q's, and C's coming out that door.
What does that mean?
Now, we don't know how to do these rhymes.
We don't know how to do these rhymes.
We know about pancake blocks and throwing dimes.
We know about pancake blocks and throwing dimes.
I like that
Now,
line.
the time has come for us to compete.
Now, the time has come for us to compete.
Now, we got to do it one way, one team, one heartbeat.
Okay, that's where he lost me.
Yeah.
The heartbeat,
the extra syllable.
He just took it. Yeah, the extra syllable, and the problem is it got real cheesy there.
Yeah,
and you can kind of hear it in the line. They're like, "Oh, not this."
Go out here and let's have a great day.
Let's go out here and have a great day.
And let's kick some jag ass, Tampa Bay.
Kick some jag ass, Tampa Bay.
All right, let's go. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, he came up with it on the spot.
Winston, that would have been really cool if you did it, I don't know, maybe twice as fast as that.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I think he was just listening to a trap beat in his head.
He must have been, man. I thought we were all getting tipsy there for a second. I like the rhyme, Winston. I know your buddy Fitz didn't really feel it.
Your rhyme was a little long.
Okay.
Maybe it ran a little over.
Okay.
I liked it.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of love the little chemistry between Fitz and Jameis. It's pretty funny.
It's like this weird, awkward thing where like he's chastising him here for the rhyme. Not chastising, but he's just letting him know the real deal. Long. And then Jameis had to be like, "Oh, dude, you're okay." On that interception.
Fitz threw a pick later in the game, and here's this 23-year-old third-year player telling him like, "What? 14-year vet. Hey, man, you're good. Don't worry." So I have enjoyed watching them more than I thought I would.
I noticed it, and I don't know. I didn't see anybody say a whole lot about it, but like Jameis was eating a lemon whole, just a straight up lemon.
I remember seeing that. I didn't realize it was a lemon.
Yeah, I think people thought it was an orange. It's a lemon.
That's disgusting.
And I think it was right after he threw that pick going in the halftime. So he's like chastising himself.
You gotta punish yourself, man, for the game.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess how many more weeks of Hard Knocks do we have?
I think we have 2.
2 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I'm excited. It's been a good season.
The cuts are coming.
Which is why we all watch. And we do have an Aguayo update. He did not play last week, right?
Yeah, he played second string.
Second string kicker.
So he didn't even get a chance to come in.
He was here in Nashville, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We miss seeing our boy Aguayo.
I want to get an autograph. I bought his jersey already, the Bears one. So
you had to make a custom jersey to get that.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah. I mean, it was like $300, but it was worth it.
So this week, as we've heard, Madden 18 came out, and so we decided to reach out to our resident expert, Fast Bobby. He's on the phone now. Fast Bobby, how are you?
I'm doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you still run a 4.4, Fast Bobby?
It's been a while. We'd have to time that maybe next time we get out on Saturday.
Awesome. All right.
Pull it out.
I'll bring my cameras out.
So Perfect. Jumping into Madden 18, what are your thoughts on Long Shot?
It's fun, man. When I first heard about it, I was pretty excited because I'm a campaign guy in any video game I play. So, plus it's kind of a change of pace from the standard MUT or head-to-head kind of thing in Madden. So, I enjoyed it. I blew through it because it's very short. So I think you can knock it out in 5 hours or less. And it's kind of just an interactive movie, really. Like you're kind of just letting it all play out, and then you control the main character, Devin Wade, and you just kind of choose how you want the story to progress or how you want him to react to a certain situation. So, and then that ends up having results in the end as to, I guess there's 4 different endings, I think I heard. So, if you are a dick or whatever, you're not going to get drafted in the NFL, but if you play your cards right and make all the right passes during the little challenges and contests throughout the story, then you have a chance of getting drafted and stuff. So I thought it was cool. Good change of pace. I enjoyed it.
I was just like kind of confused at why Dan Marino looked the way that he looked.
In what way?
Like he just looked like garbage in that.
Yeah, I did play a little bit, and the graphics were surprisingly I don't know. I thought they'd be better, but I did notice it's definitely a dramatic thing because, like, you're right. It's kind of like a movie. You're kind of just sitting and watching scenes for a lot of it.
Yeah, which can get boring for a lot of people. And I'll be honest, I wish it was a little bit more interactive. But yeah, you're kind of just sitting there staring, and then all of a sudden, like a prompt will come up, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta hit a button, But yeah, it's got the feels of like a Friday Night Lights kind of thing. So I think it's a good opening for what could be potential future campaigns down the road. So
I was telling Dibs they should just go the Hard Knocks route. Like you should just be like some no-name guy trying to make it, go through the 4 weeks of the preseason.
Yeah, hopefully this leads to more campaigns and they can go different routes. That'd be killer. Hard Knocks would be for sure the best idea.
So, and the second reason I had Bobby on, you are the MUT expert, and for Dibs and I, we play Madden franchise. Basically, that's all we've done. And so,
first
can you tell us
MUT.
What the hell is MUT and how does it work?
That's funny because that franchise is like the one that I haven't played. But MUT is awesome because it kind of brings everything that I love together. So it's obviously football, fantasy football, and then kind of like card collecting. So if you ever a big card collector back in the day. But yeah, MUT, you just start out with this horrible base team. And then the whole idea is just grind out these solo challenges, which can be anywhere from, it takes you 10 seconds to kick a field goal to playing a full game.
Hopefully you don't have Robert Aguayo on your team.
Yes. Yeah, cut him loose. So, and that's the whole idea behind it, is that as you progress throughout the game, you beat these different challenges, you collect coins, you can utilize the auction house, which is where you can find all the other available cards and better cards, so you can upgrade your team that way. And then you also get different packs and stuff like that for completing certain challenges. So the whole idea is like, hey, I'm a diehard Seahawks fan, as you guys know. So it's like, I want to get the best Seahawks player in every position that I possibly can, and then just go out there and dominate challenges.
So it is about the challenges, because like that was one thing I was noticing. I was like you said, like I'm sitting here waiting for it to load. I kick a field goal, and then it's over. You completed this MUT challenge. And
which that can be super annoying, because it takes you like a minute and a half to load in,
right,
kick a field goal, and then it's a minute and a half to load out. And you're like, well, shit, now I got to jump into the next one. So
right, it's about getting coins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting coins, collecting packs, collecting different cards. You can power up certain cards this year, which is a new feature. It's kind of cool.
So it's like Legend of Zelda, NFL, hold the shield,
yeah,
sort of thing. Protect the shield, Legend of Zelda.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then a new mode on top of that is the MUT squads, which is what we need to do because there's 3 of us. So it's 3-on-3. You've got. So
I did one of those. I did one of those online, and yeah, I did one online with the 2 dudes were obviously playing together. They threw to me once. I was pissed. I was so mad.
So yeah, I haven't even tried it yet. I'm excited to, but I don't want to jump on with just randos. Because then you pick between the 3 of us. It would be who's got the better defense, who's got the better offense, and then the third guy's just the head coach and calls the plays, I think.
Yeah, so that would be me. That would be me because I've never played MUT in my entire life.
But, yeah, we should check that out though. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I've heard I've heard a lot of people are saying that's like their favorite part of the game this year. So definitely gotta check it out. I'm just trying to build up the team first.
So, what's your favorite play on offense? Then we'll close out with your favorite offense and defensive plays.
So defensive play, I just kind of pick whatever and hope for the best.
Don't we all?
like I said, I'm no expert by any means, but usually you just play the D line and try to sack the quarterback, right? So
exactly.
I've tried to gain some strategy and play like the middle linebacker and play the field a little bit more, which is an extra challenge all in itself, but a lot of fun. Favorite offensive play, I gotta say the play action crossing route.
Always the cross route.
Yep,
the middle.
Man. Chips left, and they're all crossing. You're gonna have somebody open.
All right. Any last tips or words for the Madden people out there?
Pick it up. It's definitely a solid game this year and a whole lot of fun. And the 3 of us need to jump on.
Let's do it.
Well, Fast Bobby, thanks for letting us call you up this late at night.
Absolutely, happy to. Put the sun to bed, so it's game time.
Heck yeah, thanks, bro.
All right, fellas. Later.
All right. So as we talked with Fast Bobby. Madden 18 is out, and we all know of. It's not even really a theory; it's kind of fact, right?
Yeah, well, it's that time of year where people put out, "Is this real? Is it not?" But I truly believe it's real.
The Madden curse.
It's real.
It's real. So what do you think the as you guys know, Edelman's knee injury? He's done for the season.
He's done. So I believe it's foreshadowing.
It's a precursor to the curse.
And I feel bad, and I do like Edelman as a player. I hated Edelman for a while, but then I saw his
Puma commercial.
That made me hate him more. But I actually saw his football life, and I was like, dang, that guy's actually he's worked really hard.
Yeah, so what? They all have.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, he tore his MCL, he tore his ACL, so he's out. So that got me to thinking every year this team seems to happen. So
knee injuries.
Here's 2017's all ACL/MCL/PCL team so far. Devin Smith of the Jets, Bishop Sankey of the Vikings, Tannehill, of course we all knew that one, Deontay Gray of the Texans, Jake Butt of the Broncos, Devin Fuller of the Falcons, George Fant of the Seahawks, Cam Meredith with the Bears, Ronald Zamort with the Cardinals.
One of my favorites.
Spencer Ware, he got the PCL, so he's the exception there. Raekwon McMillan with the Dolphins, Trent Murphy with the Skins, and Billy Wynn with the Broncos.
Dang.
So that's a lot of people.
And I'm 3 weeks of football.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple new ones to add to that since I made this list already, which is sad.
Dang. Yeah, man, knee injuries are scary. So I feel for you, Ed. I still don't think you caught that ball in the Super Bowl, but it's all right.
What do you do? So
we'll find out if Brady's actually cursed this year. But, it reminded me of a conversation my wife had with me, and I'm not going to lie, this made me pretty happy. We were watching SportsCenter once over the summer, I think, and Tom Brady went to China, after his big win.
Oh, yeah.
And she threw some news at me that I was happy to hear, but surprised. She said, I don't think Tom Brady's hot anymore.
I don't know what it was, but it was the first time that I realized that Tom Brady was just not cute. Like he's always had that like hot persona, and I don't know if it's because he's married to a supermodel. I think because
he's married to Giselle, so it's like you have to be. I mean, she dated Leonardo DiCaprio for years.
And he is so hot. He's so much hotter than Tom Brady.
Yeah,
you got to watch your back and your front
and your knees.
And you know who needs to be watching his back? Brock Osweiler.
He's already watching the back of Deshaun Kaiser.
Yeah, he is, because now he is
Kaiser's been named the starter over Rich Rossweiler. But you know what? He's been playing well, and I think he deserves it.
I mean, I'd rather watch Kaiser than Schmoshweiler.
Like, I don't know why like we talked about the Jags, I don't know why any teams do this when they know they don't have a quarterback, and then you draft a young quarterback and you don't play him. This is what's going on in Chicago with Mitch the Bitch and Mike Glennon. Glennon played well this here in Nashville, actually.
Yeah.
But a lot of fans are like, play Mitch. Like, we traded up to get him. I want to see Mitch play. Let's get him going. So,
and this got me to thinking that how much money has Brock Schmoshweiler made?
A lot.
So I looked it up. He had that $72 million contract. 30 some of it was guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had that trade, so some has fallen off. But he's made around $25 million. And with his 21 starts, that means he's made $1.2 million per start.
Per start, man. That's crazy. Which, I mean, he came on the scene when Manning got hurt, right?
Right. I mean, he just won those 6 games. I think.
Like, everyone, that's like where he got all this hype. And it's like, dude, he can't back it up. He's like, well, if you look at the tape, and everyone's like, what tape? Is there missing tapes?
It's like his LinkedIn was stacked after those 6 games. And like,
all these recruiters were like, God, we got to hire this guy.
Got to hire him. So many emails, LinkedIn mails, if you will.
Then it gets in there and they're like, oh man, this guy just drinks the free drinks, eats the free snacks. Yeah, so I mean, hey, you gotta find your starting quarterback. Browns, I respect the decision. Not gonna lie.
Agree.
Good luck. Good week. Week 1, McCown has been named the starter for the Jets. He was fighting it out with Paxton Lynch, right?
No, Schackenberg.
Christian Hackenberg. That's right.
Hackenberg.
Yeah. The Jets announced Josh McCown will be their starter.
That's a vet.
Big vet.
Good
seasoned vet. So many playoff wins, so many Super Bowl appearances. So, I expect them to be at the top of the league this year.
If you haven't seen that picture of him like eating a snow cone or a popsicle, whichever it is, please go look it up right now.
He's the little blonde boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if it's him or
boy.
He's a boy. He has a baby face.
He looks like a Boy Scout.
He does. I can't remember if it was him or his brother who had that Verizon commercial like last year or 2 years ago, but anyways. So, starting quarterbacks, one of the biggest starting quarterbacks in the league.
According to the Mighty Dollar.
The Mighty Dollar speaking $135 million for Mr. Stafford.
Which is insane considering McGregor and Mayweather made less than that on their fight.
And Stafford didn't have to go on like a 6-month hype spree to promote himself. He just signed the biggest contract, man. It's a 5-year contract. He's now, this summer the big news was Derek Carr's contract, which was for $25 million annually. Stafford's is going to be about $92 million in guarantees, which is crazy.
Holy crap! So
he's going to be hitting $27 million a year, so $2 million over Carr.
And I mean, I'm just making this point. Like, he's never won a playoff game.
No,
so is this worth it?
I don't know. They went to they do go to the playoffs. Well, at least they went last year.
Yeah. A lot of teams go to the playoffs.
Lost to the Seahawks the first week in the wild card. Pretty bad, I think, too. But I did look up his stats, and I won't bore you with those. But he's played fairly well over the past 4 or 5 years. So,
yeah, I guess if you think he's the only one getting paid, it's like the team loses in quotes per se.
Yeah. We'll see. You got it. I mean, I don't know. I guess I look at it through the view of okay, I've got Stafford or Josh McCown.
I've
got Stafford or Deshaun Kaiser versus Brock Osweiler. Like, I guess they're happy. I mean, he's a proven quarterback and he can play. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, a lot of people think it's going to set up for huge contracts for a few players that
it's
are
like
up.
the NFL is slowly becoming the NBA.
Yeah, I can see the salary cap like either heading out or like the NBA does a tax, I think.
Yeah.
But so I think next up is Kirk Cousins.
You like that? Yeah.
He's not, you know, I'm with you. Like, he's not proven at all.
No.
And a lot of people, I guess they franchise tagged him this year. Like a lot.
Yeah, they did because they didn't want to pay him
because he hasn't proven anything yet.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him. So, but people think he's next. Matt Ryan's a free agent in 2019. I think that'll be a huge
that would
one.
be gigantic.
And then my boy Rodgers in 2020, they're saying is going to be just stupid.
But how old will he be in 2020?
He will be 27. He drinks from the fountain of youth, so he's never going to be bad.
Yeah, you're right.
And he'll never go to the Vikings like a traitor.
Good call. Also, can we just talk about his mustache?
His mustache is beautiful.
No,
it's a tradition.
No lady is safe in the last week of the preseason.
Nope. It's a tradition. He's got the 70s porn stash. So I think it looks good. He's gonna shave it, but I wish he'd keep it. Yeah. So Stafford got the fat check as a quarterback. Some coach. I can't remember his name. I think it's he coaches from Michigan, right?
No, that was his brother.
Oh, it's his brother, the actually good coach. That's right.
Yeah.
John. It's John. John Harbaugh signed a 1-year extension with the Ravens.
Good for him.
Good for him, right? He's 85-59 with the Ravens.
I mean, that's not bad.
They did win a Super Bowl, which I always tend to forget.
His brother.
Over his brother in 2012, the Harbaugh Bowl.
And the Kaepernick. Rest in peace.
Right.
He was
that's
the quarterback.
right. That's where everyone. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But he did promise Flacco will play the home opener, so I'm excited for that. Flacco's the second jersey I bought this year, so pretty excited.
Also had to do a custom on that one.
Yeah, they don't have that one in the store.
Well, that's it for this week. Where can people find more content?
Infinite content. If you guys want to find us, check out @Laces or Faces on Insta and Twitter.
Be sure to subscribe and leave a review to help us crawl out of the lower bowels of the Apple Podcast listings.
Please.
We'd really appreciate it.
As you guys know, we're pretty good friends with Jeff Fisher, and we saw him this week. He actually watched the fight with us. We watched it. We went over to a buddy's house. He was having a back-to-school party, law school, and he came over and watched it. He drank like 4 or 5 Red's Apple Ales. I mean, he was just all over the place. It was hilarious. But we talked about the podcast. He gave us some pointers. He's been listening. We're shooting for next week. He said he's pretty open, so we might close out the preseason with Fisher. So stay tuned to find out. But if not, we'll definitely get him on week 1.
This week's episode is brought to you by that one guy at the Titans game.
He wished he was at a UT game. He was wearing all orange, and he actually lives in Mount Juliet.
Your rhyme was a little long.
Okay. So
Maybe it ran a little over.
Okay.
I liked it.